Hey, we're going to do a little weekly moon and angel message reading for the week of April 6th through the 12th. So Monday the 6th through Sunday the 12th. So I'm just going to go through where we're at in the moon phases this week and what's going on, and then we're going to get some messages to see what's in the energy for the week. So if you're finding this, then there's a reason. Whatever comes out in this reading is meant for you. Before we get in, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated. I post these weekly readings every week. I do new moon and full moon readings every month. I do a daily little mini read every morning, a little bit of something for everyone. So hit the subscribe button so you can get all the messages that you want or that you need. And let's get in. So we're starting out the week. Monday, April 6th. Happy April to everyone. I did post an April reading. If you haven't checked that out, you might want to go check it out. Just some main energies and themes for the month of April. But looking at this week, so we're still only a few days out from the full moon in Libra that we just had, which was really intense energy. So this was a focus on relationships, balanced, harmonious connections. All right, this was kind of a make it or break it full moon. It was really intense energy. So either this was giving an opportunity in relationships and connections to really dig deep and make things a lot better, make relationships great, or heal relationships that have been in conflict or struggling, or making good relationships even better. Like I said, making them greater. Or this was like a make it or break it. Anything that's not working, this was like the end of the cycle, like relationships would be coming to an end. So it was like an either or situation this full moon, like no in between, really intense energy. So as we start this week on Monday, we're still kind of coming off of that full moon. So we are in the disseminating moon phase. So this is like the waning gibbous. So it's still like 80% lit at this point. All right. But this is the time when the moon is going to start to wane. It gets smaller and smaller each day. So now is the time, after these intense energies of that full moon, just take time to breathe, go easy. All right. Continue to just release, let go of anything that needs to be released or removed. All right. During this time, like I said, if you felt the energies of this full moon, super intense, it was super intense energy for me. So just go easy during this time over these few days. Then midweek, we are coming up on the last quarter moon or the third quarter moon. All right, this is when the left side of the moon is illuminated. So now it looks like a half moon. I know it's called the third quarter or the last quarter moon, but it looks like a half moon. Okay, so the left side is still illuminated. This is the time to make adjustments to anything that needs adjusting. So taking some time to look at any situations in your life, any areas of your life, and where you need to make some tweaks and adjustments. And this is also about leaving the past behind. So like I said, taking this time to breathe and relax, letting go of whatever needs to continue to be let go of. Because on the full moon, that's the time to let go and release. But now is the time to continue to make adjustments and to continue to release and let go of what needs to be let go of. And as we end the week on the weekend, like Saturday, Sunday-ish, we're in the waning moon phase. So this is going to be coming to like a crescent, this waning crescent, still looking at whatever it is you need to release. So really focusing on going easy, taking time out, making adjustments where they are needed, and looking at what you need to leave behind and what you need to let go of as we're still coming off of that full moon energy. All right, so that's where we're at for this week. Let's put these away. And let's look at what is in the energy. Let's get a better shuffle than that. So what is in the energy for this week for whoever is finding this? All right, what's going on? What's happening this week, April 6th through the 12th? Okay. All right, we have Moonlight Enchanted. So there can be a little bit of an element of mystery to this week, or a little bit of a magical energy this week. Let's see what else wants to come out. Okay. All right, let's see what we have here. So we have our Enchanted. All right, I'm going to put this up here. The bottom of the deck, we have Celebration. So like I said, there's a little bit of an element of mystery and magic, something magical happening this week. There could be something that happens that is worth celebrating, or maybe there is an actual celebration, right? There's an element of change here. So these can be some really magical or mysterious changes that are happening. We have Dark Moon, the Past. Now, when I was just talking about the moon phases that we're in for this week, and there was this, we're still in this energy of releasing and letting go of what needs to be released. This card in this deck, there's 2 cards in this deck about the past. This one specifically is about letting go of the past. All right. So I feel like there's an energy of celebrating, releasing, removing whatever it was from the past that needs to let go. And that allows this like magical creation to bring the changes that are necessary. Okay. This is a time of protection. All right. So you are protected at this time. In self-regulation. So this is about staying emotionally regulated throughout these changes. All right. And while you are releasing whatever it is from the past, obviously it would be different for everyone. Just staying emotionally balanced and regulated during all of this change. And even though there is kind of this magical energy to it, and there is this celebration energy, this is just about keeping yourself regulated and not getting too emotionally overwhelmed, or like allowing your emotions to take over and like get carried away. All right, let's get some angel messages for this week. The 6th through 12th. What is going on? What's happening? Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have Archangel Haniel, Silver. I've been seeing her a lot lately. So this is Archangel Haniel, is a goddess of the moon, right? This is very psychic, intuitive energy. This could be a time where you're having like some vivid dreams or getting some intuition, some visions about things. So pay attention to any signs and synchronicities you're getting right now, or any dreams that you might be having, because you could be getting some like intuitive hits or just some signs and synchronicities about what is happening. This goes along with this enchanted energy here. So you might be getting some, like I said, dreams, signs, synchronicities, feelings, just like inner knowings about like whatever this change that is happening that has like a celebration energy to it. All right, what else is going on this week? Okay. All right, let's grab what we have here. All right, so we have Archangel Haniel. Okay, and like I said, so we have the Divine Magic card here. So I said with this enchanted energy, there's this energy of like mystery and magic to this week, that there's something like magical going on, like beneath the surface, behind the scenes. So this is about like wishes, goals, dreams, accomplishments. So something is being woven. Magic is being woven, all right? There's going to be something to celebrate, okay? We have renewed connections here. I've been seeing this a lot lately. Also, we have Archangel Uriel, which is about passion, epiphanies. Okay, so somebody could be having like some realizations, epiphanies. This could have to do with connections. It could be connected to this Archangel Haniel energy with this psychic kind of intuitive energy. Somebody could be having some realizations about things. We also have Don't Compromise. So this is about boundaries, assertiveness, courage. So this could be an energy. So for some people, there could be some renewed connection. So this is about reunion, reconciliation, forgiveness. Okay, so there could be some connections coming back together. And we also have communication here at the bottom of the deck. So you could be hearing from someone, okay, that wants to reconcile, or someone in a connection where there has been trouble or difficulty, okay? For everyone, this will be different because this could be bringing change to this connection, which is to be celebrated. For some of you, this is saying don't compromise and you need to hold your boundaries, okay? And whatever from the past that no longer serves needs to be let go of. So for some of you, this is putting the past in the past, leaving it behind in this connection, and then moving forward and making change within the connection. And for some people, this is not settling. Don't compromise your own worth, your happiness, your peace. And some of these connections need to be left in the past. And that opens up the door. It makes room for change to happen and for this divine magic to happen, okay? For the new to enter. Okay, let's see. Let's get some specifics. What else do we need to know about all of this for April 6th through the 12th? Let's get a good shuffle. Bottom of the deck, emotions are running high. So yeah, like I said with this self-regulation card, this could bring an element of like supercharged emotions here, whether this is excitement, or it could just be, it could just be excitement, or there could be some like, I'm getting a frustration, like aggravation energy. If it's someone from the past that you do not want to be hearing from, that you are trying to set boundaries with and leave in the past, all right? Like for this celebration energy, for some of you, this is celebrating letting go, you know, of these connections and leaving the past behind. But in either way, whether it's frustration or if this is an excitement energy, just make sure, like I said earlier, that you are regulating those emotions, okay? Don't let the emotions take over and take control of the situation, all right? Okay, what else? Okay. All right, bottom of the deck, we have work through your fears, okay? So I'm getting, just because I happen to move over here towards this communication card. Hold on, I have to just go grab a card that went flying. Okay, I'm just getting work through fears surrounding communication, okay? And I also feel work through your fears of releasing the past, okay? Of letting go. Sometimes we hang on to things out of like comfort and just that fear of the unknown. So work through these fears, communicate openly, honestly, make sure you're communicating very clearly, whether it's that you're setting a boundary, or it could be that you're setting a boundary and just letting whoever this person or people are know what you are willing to accept and what you're willing to accept and what your deal breaker, what your deal breakers are. So, like I said, don't be scared to communicate truthfully, honestly, what your needs are, what you're willing to accept, and what you're not willing to accept. Like I said, for some people, this will be like a reconciliation energy. That is something to celebrate. And for some of you, this is just finally drawing that boundary, releasing the past. And that is also something to celebrate. Okay. So we have our emotions are running high, and we have a fiery climax approaches. So yes, also going along with this emotions, okay, emotions running high. I keep coming back to the self-regulation. Just stay centered, stay grounded through this, all right? You're going to want to stay balanced and make sure that you can communicate effectively, all right? Communicate clearly whatever it is that you're feeling and whatever it is that you need, or if you're setting and drawing these boundaries, just make sure that you are staying regulated, because this could be a week where there is some very fiery, intense emotions. Like I said, we're coming off of that full moon still, so this could be still have this energy, this intense emotional energy, okay? Now, show the world the real you, okay? Like I said, don't be afraid to communicate what your needs are, what you are willing to accept, and what, like I said, your deal breakers, where you draw your line at. So be your true authentic self, okay? Allow your emotions to shine authentically, but at the same time, keep yourself centered and grounded. All right, I'm just going to move that over here. Make sure we fit these in, but I have a few cards here. Okay, what do you need to release? Now, this card came out when I was talking. This is actually one of the moon phases for this week. This was coming, I think, towards the weekend, like Saturday and Sunday. So make sure you're releasing, whether it's a connection that you're looking at and you have to set a boundary and say, you know what, you're going to have to communicate this clearly. And I know it can be scary to do that, but you might be saying, I need to release this connection, or in order to bring healing to this connection, what is it that you need to release within you? Is it the fear of moving forward in this connection? Is there any resentment or negativity that needs to be released in order to make change within this connection? It will be different for everyone, like I said, but this will also be a time to look at what you need to continue to release in order for this to happen. Okay, your hard work is paying off. So whatever it is that you're doing, let's move this so we can see the message on it. So whatever it is that you're doing, whatever this work is, like this could be putting work into this connection, work on yourself, just know that this is paying off. There is divine magic at play here, and change is coming. There is a celebration. This is the bottom of the deck energy. So this is like a driving energy. So this is an energy that is still beneath the surface, but there is celebration to be had. Your work is paying off. Continue to release what you need to release. Continue to step into your authentic self and show the world the real you, your true authentic communication. Okay. And this is leading towards, I feel like this is kind of like a turning point this week, like the climax of this situation. Okay, and believe in the impossible with the blue moon here. So believe that you can create whatever changes that you want. Believe in this divine magic, this enchanted energy. It is okay to believe that magic is at work in your life, behind the scenes, under the surface right now. Believe in that magic, okay? And believe in whatever signs, synchronicities, dreams, visions, like I said, that you might be having right now. It is okay to lean into that and believe in the impossible, kind of getting in that little, in that delulu state of mind, like whatever, your delulu can become trululu, like whatever you can truly believe in can become your truth. Okay. So you have to believe it in order to achieve it. Right. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to get some more angel messages for this week. What else for this week? Let's get some more specifics here. Bottom of the deck, we have Archangel Azrael. Change and transition. Thank you, Azrael, for leading me safely through this change. Yeah, so there are changes coming at this time during this week. Archangel Azrael is here. You can call on Archangel Azrael for help with staying, regulated during these changes. All right, what else do we need to know about this week? All of these changes. Okay. All right, I'm going to go one more time with this. I felt like there was more that wanted to come out, and there is. Okay. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have Archangel Raguel, peace and harmony. Thank you, Raguel, for surrounding my life in harmonious light. So, like I said, this can be a time, all right, whether it is a release of a connection or relationship, or if there is a healing of a connection or relationship, this is a time of stepping into a place of peace and harmony, all right, and staying emotionally regulated within yourself, all right. We also have Archangel Raphael, which is the divine physician. Thank you, Raphael, for sharing your divine light. upon my healthy body. So Archangel Raphael is the angel of healing. So not only does he bring physical healing, but he brings emotional healing and can bring healing to situations. So whether, like I said, I feel like there is a split here. Some of you are releasing the past completely and working on healing yourself. And some of you are bringing healing and peace and harmony within a connection. Okay, healthy choices. Thank you, angels, for guiding me to make healthy decisions. So I'm being drawn to this boundaries card here. Like I said, for some of you, yes, it will be advantageous for you to heal this connection, okay, and to forgive and move forward within this connection. But some of you, this is about asserting your boundaries and not compromising your own happiness and your peace and your own self-regulation, your emotional regulation. And for some of you, this is making a healthy choice for yourself to release this past and release this connection. All right. Yes. Archangel Gabriel, speak your truth. Thank you, Gabriel, for helping me to speak with integrity. So like I said, get over this fear of communication and speak your truth. It is time to speak up, speaking with emotional regulation, speaking authentically about what you're feeling, what it is that your needs and desires are, what you are willing to accept, and what your deal breakers are, where you draw the line. Okay. What else do we have here? Wow, we have a lot of archangels here. Archangel Raziel, spiritual gifts. Thank you, Raziel, for helping me channel my gifts and talents. So I'm also feeling like this is coming, like I was talking before about believing in whatever dreams, messages, signs, synchronicities that you are getting. You could be very tapped in right now into your intuition. You can call on Archangel Raziel for helping you with these, with your gifts, with your intuition. All right. And we also had Archangel Haniel, that is the goddess of the moon here. This is a very intuitive energy, psychic type energy. So believe in whatever nudges, intuitions, deep knowings. If you're having dreams, any little things that you're getting, trust yourself. Okay. We already talked about Archangel Azrael, this change and transition. So there is major change happening, whether this is bringing change into a connection that is worth celebrating, or this is celebrating releasing the past, releasing a connection and moving on, okay, into the new. And then we have unconditional love, the Divine Mother. Thank you, Divine Mother, for helping me forgive, to give, and receive the love that I deserve. Don't compromise. So once again, for some of you, this is bringing balance and harmony to this connection. Like I said, that's worth celebrating. And for some of you, this is not compromising on receiving the same love that you give out, receiving a reciprocal energy to what you give. And for some of you, this is drawing that boundary and releasing the past, and then allowing this divine magic, this magical enchanted energy to work behind the scenes and to bring you whatever it is that you deserve. Okay. To finish today, we are going to get a dark moon card, and I am going to read to you from the guidebook because these are very specific messages. So I think instead of angel affirmations, I think we will get one of these. All right, April 6th through 12th. What do we need to end this reading? Okay. Okay. We have, is it gonna focus here? We have Hecate, number 33. All right, let's see. Okay, Hecate, this is a crossroads energy. The Greek goddess Hecate is a mistress of magic. Once again, this, like I said, there was this big element energy of magic for this week's reading. Her appearance at life's crossroads is one of many gifts she has for us. Hecate's guide is her owl, symbolizing wisdom through confusion and darkness. When this card comes up, the path ahead is yours to decide. There's an adventure waiting for you, but it's going to require more than just words or ideas. It's time for action. You are magical, and you need to use your powers to make a choice to move forward. Explore the unknown. Now is the time to stop talking and start doing. Take that bold step forward, trusting that the road will reveal itself as you go. Aligned here with Sagittarian energy, Hecate reminds you that the answers lie not just in thinking, but in walking the path even when it's unclear. She governs the shadow, the dark side of the unknown, but in doing so, she brings clarity and guidance. This moment is about claiming your own power to move through uncertainty. The road ahead may not always be easy, but it's yours to create. Take the leap and trust that action will lead you to where you need to go. Other meanings are you need to make a decision, stop talking and start doing, trust your intuition, use your magic, and be bold. What a perfect card to end this reading. So like I said, this element of magic in this week, okay? You can create your own magic, and you need to trust in the magic and trust in your intuition. Like I said, with these spiritual gifts and this Archangel Hanuel, this moon goddess energy, trusting in your intuition to make a decision. Are you allowing this connection back in, or are you going to set a boundary or make healthy choices? You need to trust in your intuition as to what that healthy choice is, whether you are going to allow a connection back in or whether you need to set a boundary and release the past. Okay, this is moving through fear, communicating clearly, accurately, showing your true self. This is really taking control of your life, your situation. And like I said earlier, it can be scary sometimes to communicate what we want, what we need, and what our boundaries are, because that may end a connection. But sometimes, like I just read in this guidebook, you know, it's okay to step into the unknown. We, like I said earlier, we sometimes hang on to things out of comfortability. Okay. We know that energy, but sometimes we need to make a healthy choice for ourselves. So I keep saying it, some of you, this is bringing peace and harmony to a connection. You need to trust your own guidance, trust your gifts, okay? Trust that intuition, any nudges that you're getting, all right? And release whatever needs to be released, and do not fear moving forward into the unknown, because divine magic is here, and you can create your own magic and bring these changes in for yourself. So this is your reading for April 6th through the 12th. Let me know in the comments how this connects with you. If it resonates, hit that like button. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you back soon.